Okay, you are back on the morning bell. Just now we saw some of the procedures which Joanne goes through. So does all the patients go through that, what we just saw just now? Or only in certain cases when the need arises?
Her procedure is a very short procedure. It's just scaling, cleaning, whitening. A lot of our patients go through even more elaborate procedures that require maybe 5 or 6 or 7 visits. Okay? But they're all painless. Every time they come in, we will have the treatment plan ready. We will have the models ready. We'll just put on some temporaries, and those without teeth will go off with teeth almost instantly. And when they come back, they'll have the permanents. They wear temporaries during the time when the permanents are being constructed. And the construction process is also a very elaborate process. That's why we say, leave all the hard work to us.
Yeah. So what we can see on screen right now is the before and after, where we have the transformation. Wafa, can you see some similarities there, the before and after? Wow, look at that! Look at the transformation in the color of the teeth.
Melissa, what do you think? I think Malaysians do not know that there are things like this, right? Until you have gone through all your patients, you tell them that actually there are things
this one
like
you can see so much gum, and then that one
you can see the vast difference.
That's right. Hey, that one looks very familiar as well. one of the Miss Universe finalists previously. So we know that that's one area where you place a lot of emphasis on. Now moving on to another area which we found very, very fascinating, which Dr. Fu, you and mydentist are very involved with, is in the world of glam and glitz. Right. Can you just tell us about it? Because we always thought of dentistry, as we said, very clinical, very, very serious, but you found a way to actually make it a lot more exciting. I mean, not just for the patients, but in terms of the industry itself. How do you get involved with it?
It excites us as well, because dentistry has reached this level where we can provide cosmetic changes almost instantly. Therein comes the glam and glitz. So we're obviously attracted to this cosmetic industry where people glamorous, smiles, and they sometimes want to take the dentist along on their trips overseas.
You can see quite a number of celebrities. We saw there we have Amber Chia as well. And just now we had Andrea Fonseca. This one is from the Miss Tourism International some years back. Miss Argentina.
Miss Argentina also be on the dentist chair. And of course, wow, we're talking about MIFA as well.
You were involved with MIFA?
That was when
last year.
This Miss Björn.
These are the Miss Universe Malaysia finalists from last year, 2012, and these are this year's finalists as well.
How do you come by the idea of
that looks somewhat familiar. That was me interviewing them. And this was the winner. Samantha, right? She won the Miss Winning Smile.
So you were the judge, and what are the criteria to be the Miss Winning Smile?
Actually, this year we actually had a very great pool of candidates, and we actually have 2 criteria that we judge them on. One is, of course, the anatomy of the smile. So we learn a lot about smile design, so proportions. So like I was just telling Joanne, she has a very well proportioned smile, very good curve.
Basically, he gets numbs ready Monday to Friday.
I'm jealous lah. So my teeth like this, her teeth like that.
Joanne, we have a name for that curve in front here.
And smile also got curves, How many types of smiles do you
Not only this curve.
He also got curves, Interesting.
That curve is what we name chin curve.
Chin curl.
Yes, where the anterior teeth, the 2 front teeth, are slightly longer than the ones at the side.
Isn't that they call the bunny?
A little bunny, but that gives it looks sexy.
So I assume Wafa has it as well.
She does.
We have to balance it with the cheekbones. So we're actually from cheekbone to cheekbone, you have to get the right proportions. So obviously, if you have a narrower face, you probably have a little slightly different proportions for
There was one interesting procedure which I heard about, Invisalign. Can you just tell us very quickly? I heard that's one of your signature treatments.
Oh, okay. We're wearing our Invisalign.
Yeah, it's like invisible.
You can't tell. No one could.
You're wearing it right now. So this was what will replace your retainers.
It was the same as braces. So you can't see them at all. No one can tell you had them on unless you say you had them on.
And then people start looking.
Yeah, they're like, what's happening?
Yeah, it's completely invisible. It's like contact lens for the teeth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Instead of wearing glasses.
Right.
Metal.
So it's all natural. You don't even know it's there.
Yeah, exactly.
And this technology is from
America.
America. And you've been
mainly from US. In fact, when she first graduated, it was a few years ago. That was the time when Invisalign started, not too long ago.
Right.
All right. We got involved by going to the States, going to Sydney, just to learn the basics on Invisalign.
There was no one in Malaysia
Yeah,
that
that's
had
right.
the treatment.
I've never heard of it before
started to take
until
off now.
right.
But when we first started, we had to
You were the
fly
pioneers.
over. Yes, we actually. I learned about it when we were in university, and like I said, my dad and I we are very passionate about things that can improve our profession. So definitely Invisalign, we saw the potential.
And I think this is a major development because a lot of people, the thought of having braces or retainers on for like 2 years, and it's so
they get very conscious.
It's very self-conscious, especially if you're older.
Exactly.
You know, and
how,
you want to smile.
How much
so
is it to cost? Because doing a braces easily could cost you about 8,000 ringgit already nowadays, if I'm not mistaken. Is it like the similar?
Will cost you that in US dollars.
That's always the price you have to pay for beautiful teeth, right? No free lunch, huh?
No free lunch, no free lunch.
Okay, speaking of which, something else which we found at mydentist, and which you are also very passionate about, is with regards to community work. You are a Lions Club member?
Yes.
Right.
I was the president of Lions Club years ago. I'm still very active in the Lions Club, but Lions Club, they do a lot of health screening. That's my passion.
That's right.
But we are more into maybe surgery that we can perform on people with cleft lip, cleft palate.
We can see you also have seminars. We saw Dr. Melissa just now giving feedback in terms of seminars, and Mai Kase, and another one of your major projects which you are part of, right, where you actually played a very active role. So like all these community projects which you have done, how often do you actually go out there to do it?
Not often enough.
Not often enough.
We have a lot of work to do in the clinic.
Right.
But every free time that we can get away from the practice, we will go. Because we come back with a sense of achievement, reward that we've helped somebody without charging them anything.
Right. It's like giving back to the community, right? To the less fortunate.
We actually have this campaign called My Dentist Cares. That is our
mydentist
CSR team. And what we do is I really think my dad has done a great job creating beautiful smiles, and we take it a step further and we give people a reason to smile. A lot of our clients, they have projects that they are passionate about, and we actually work with them to provide like dental screenings and checkups for maybe orphanages, the Orang Asli.
That's right.
And to give them more knowledge.
Awareness.
Even the basic education. Some of them have never seen a toothbrush in their life.
Yeah, exactly. So, especially those who are in the rural areas, especially overseas, or the tribes.
On one of the trips to Orang Asli camp, the last time they saw this toothbrush was about 5 years ago. Someone gave them one of those NGOs left the toothbrush there.
And you were wondering what's that for? What's this?
Eatable?
Maybe they can eat this.
Right. And I understand as well, aside from doing projects in Malaysia, you have actually gone as far as abroad. I mean, Vietnam, and I think more recently, Philippines as well.
Yes.
As part of what kind of project is that?
That's her.
Oh, your baby.
That's her baby. Okay.
Yes. On one of our talks, when we gave a speech at
we can see this one. This one was to Vietnam, right?
To Vietnam.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So we actually met Viet Nguyen. He's the director of Operation Smile in Vietnam.
Okay.
And he spoke to us and he told us about the need for, in Vietnam, they have a lot of cleft lip and palate surgical facial deformities.
That's right.
Yes. When we went there during the screening, we see hundreds of children all with this. It's quite, I think we are very fortunate in Malaysia that dental care is provided to some extent. In Vietnam, they all have to depend on NGOs and so obviously the government supports them as well. So these are what we have done.
And you can see probably have not seen a toothbrush for the entire lifetime.
Oh, that is really.
So we are very fortunate, as you can see, to have actually access to all this dental care. Very proud of their teeth now.
So how do they accept it in the beginning? It's like,
must be quite
what are you
alien
talking
to them.
about?
Yeah, very alien.
What are you doing?
That's the
You
word.
know?
They don't know what we can do. In fact, they told me that tooth decay is caused by, what was the word? Ane.
Oh.
I said, oh, that was what they were told. Tooth decay is caused by ane. It's a long way before we can bring them to our modern day dentistry, because they accept the fact that they will have to have teeth which are rotten by the time they reach the age of 30. Yeah.
You go back.
It's a way of life for them.
Like
it's
after
a
a year,
thing.
after a year later, do you go back to see them again?
I would like to bring them to the city if possible, because we don't have the equipment.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
about a 5-hour boat ride to the remote area. Wow.
Yeah, it's no joke. So and the most recent one was the Philippines one. Can you just tell us about that?
Oh, that was a surgical mission. So we actually fixed a lot of facial deformities for the children. So cleft lip and palate, it's a genetic or disorder at birth.
Yeah.
So we worked with a team of plastic surgeons from all over the world, from America, I think even like Turkey, Australia, and they actually flew in actually very big teams. And in that 1 week that we were there, for all the mission, each site, we actually fixed about 200 cleft lip and palate deformities in that mission. So I think it's very inspiring to see the change, because you can see the mothers bringing in the children, and I think as if they see the child and the face, they feel like, how can I fix this? Does my child have to grow up with this? And the surgery is quite instant, and the team, they are very well trained, so they have post-op nurses, pre-op nurses, the parents are briefed. So it's a very organized procedure. And after that, you can just see how thankful they are and how grateful they are. Like, I think if I had a child, and I would, it's just, it's very inspiring.
Yeah, and it makes it all, you feel it's all worthwhile, because you're making such a significant difference in the lives of
we're already
the
planning
less
the next
fortunate.
trip. We're already planning another trip. Or we can bring the Operation Smile to Malaysia. Operation Smile is doing a lot of good work around the world.
Right.
It started in the States.
Yes.
And the first mission was also maybe in Manila. It was about 30 years. Was it 60 years, 30 years?
I think they celebrated their 30th anniversary.
Yes. Wow,
It seems like we are running out of time again today.
Yeah, as usual. But before we go, for the benefit of all our viewers out there, can you tell us maybe perhaps 3 things which will,
The oral health?
in terms of basic oral health, which we tend to take for granted?
Brush your gums as well as your teeth.
I don't think
That's
about the
number
teeth,
one.
but forget the gums.
Number 2?
Okay, number 2, brush as often as possible, like
After
almost
meals.
after every meal. And floss your teeth, that's number 3.
That's number 3.
Number
What
3.
about you, Melissa?
I think from a cosmetic point of view, the things that stain your teeth the most, coffee, tea, red wine, and smoking. So if you want to maintain white teeth, or if you drink coffee, tea, red wine, or smoke, make good friends with your dentist.
In particular, Dr. Fu and Dr. Melissa.
I don't mind to have a dentist like that.
Dentist best friend, huh?
Dentist
BFF, huh?
She's our teeth model.
Take us along on your holidays.
Fantastic. We can take you to Philippines.
To the future model out there. Please visit Dr. Fu's clinic.
Yes, of course. It takes a smile, it goes a long way. So I think, that
As you have found, right? From your
Yes,
personal
of
experience
course.
as a model. All right, that's all the time we have for On Morning Bell today. We hope you found it very, very informative, and how to have that winning smile now, just like Joanne. With that, thank you for watching Morning Bell. Remember to stay tuned with us, same place, same time. Take care and bye-bye. Smile!